Yeah, the intel is often very, very bad, and usually whatever they say you're going up against, you can expect it to be worse than that. Which is why we've mostly been sticking to lower level contracts here in the early bit of the campaign. Because I know going in that we're often going to be up against larger forces and more powerful forces than they tell us we are. But at the same time, we have been stuck in the low-level grind for quite some time, and I am anxious to get into, well, I'm anxious to break into any weight class over 50 tons. That would be a nice start. So let's go ahead and start our mission here. See what we're up against. Again, we're in a polar environment, which will work to our advantage in terms of the mechs that we have that run hot, like the Treb. Are we dealing with fog? God damn it! Fog again! Maybe this is just this might just be a trait of this particular planet. Like, this planet, every mission we have done has just been fog on every mission. Yeah, no, that's always been my metric as well. Somebody pointed that out in one of the very first streams, is that the mission payout is a better indicator of the difficulty than the skulls, and I've been using that ever since. Alright. And we're getting the thing where I can't cycle. Scorpion Mark II. Oh no. Oh no. This. Okay, so right away, before we have even started moving... Yeah, this might be one of those stick it in and break it off missions. Because we can see 2 mechs already, 55 tons each, and they are on a ridge that gives them a huge height advantage. It's going to take us at least 3 or 4 turns to get up to where they are. And we are going to get huge penalties to hitting the enemy, and they're going to get huge accuracy buffs to hitting us. Like, not only are they outweighing us in terms of tonnage, they have a hugely advantageous position. Like, we are going to get shredded just trying to get into combat with them. And this is exactly what I was talking about, so I don't like doing it. But this is one of those where they said, oh, this is an easy mission. It's very clearly not an easy mission. And I'm tempted. Yeah, no, screw it. Again, we're out. We're out. I'm not even just weighing the options, because if I'm gonna see 2 55-ton mechs before I've even started the first turn, I'm absolutely not gonna try and do that mission, because that's death for everybody. We will take the reputation hit and move somewhere else. Not to mention, it's Comstar, so that means we could potentially be getting hit by Comstar level weaponry. So yeah. Again, I don't like it. But we've taken too many risks and lost too much in this campaign already. It's fine. It's fine. I was thinking about moving to another system anyway, because the mission variety has kind of dried up in this one. And I don't feel like losing a bunch of mechs and losing pilots and all that, because they put us in a situation where we were guaranteed to fail. I mean, we ran into a similar situation in a previous stream where we had the high ground, but we still ended up basically getting shredded because they brought so many beefy, like 45, 55, 60-ton mechs and just proceeded to destroy us. And, yeah, I'm not anxious for a repeat. Yang is complaining that we need to repair our mechs, but we don't, because we didn't actually do anything. So, yeah, I think we hit the navigation center and we GTFO, because this planet is not gonna be doing us a whole lot of good at this point. Let's see. What, can I select this planet? Alright, there we go. Samantha, same level of difficulty, but it is a manufacturing planet. I think we're gonna head there first. I'd like to see what they have at the shop. So battle armor is fixed. We'll wait one more day. Engineering is done. And as I said before, I think we're going to go with Mech Bay 2 so that we can potentially start fielding some additional mechs. Because being able to field more mechs than just 4 and get some of those artillery piece mechs on the field is going to go a long way to helping us climb out of this this hole that we're in terms of the abilities of our company. Is where we're only able to go so far with a single lance of mechs. Even with vehicle support. Like, there's only so much that we can do. And in a situation like the one we were just in, if I had had both of our artillery mechs, and I knew that I could count on that firepower on the high ground, I would have been a lot more willing to take that mission on.
We've arrived at our destination, Commander.
So, we'll get the mech bay up and running, and that will hopefully give us a bit more of an advantage. So, looks like we've got more battle armor. We do have this, which if I remember right, can transport battle armor. And I quickly refit, blah blah blah. Oh yeah, that's the thing. This is a ICE engine or internal combustion engine, which means we cannot use it in thin atmosphere or no atmosphere. So is this... Yeah, we can only move one battle armor squad with this thing, but it's only 275k, and this would give our battle armor a lot more mobility than having to ride around on a mech. So, on missions where we can actually use it, this could be really good, but it's also a light vehicle, and I imagine it's going to take a lot of fire. But the Pegasus, it's only the SRM-6 version. Even so, 12 SRMs in the back. Is that worth replacing our Scorpion, though? Because that Ultra AC-5 has been putting in some work. It's some MMLs in the shop. Just looking at what we've got, see if there's anything that we could potentially change up our style, but again, there's a huge focus on ballistic weaponry, which we do not currently have any mechs that can mount ballistic weaponry. I have been complaining about this since the beginning of the campaign, and it has not changed. Yeah, no, I'm there with you, Miguel. That's always been my kind of... My reluctance of trying to use air vehicles, even for battle armor transport, is any airborne vehicle, yeah, you get some advantages because of the height, and so it makes you harder to hit, but if they do hit you, I mean, these things are basically papier-mâché. And I feel like this will be another case where we end up spending a lot of time and money repairing this aircraft for very little benefit. So for now, I think we'll leave it. Yeah, I think we'll leave it. Might be worth buying another ER Flamer, but we've got a couple left in, we've got a couple left still in cargo. Maybe a Thunderbolt 5, but I don't think... Do we have any Thunderbolt ammo, though, available? We do have T-Bolt 20, but... Yeah. It's fine, it's fine. We didn't come here to buy stuff, I just wanted to see the shop. Let's see what's on the mission board. That's the reason we're here. So we got another battle in an urban environment. This is definitely more of our speed in terms of the payout. We shouldn't have any problem taking this mission on. But it's also on the lower end of the spectrum, so I don't necessarily want to go for the lowest possible missions. Assassination missions we have not had a lot of luck with, especially at this level. And then again, we're dealing with some skull and a half missions that appear to be much higher level than what they're telling us. But we've got another polar battle. It's 1.5 skulls. It's about 700k. It's in the same range. And I do feel bad for leaving the other mission without even trying it. Let's see, how long until we get that upgrade? 4 days? Let's fast forward 4 days.
Hey boss, we've just completed those upgrades.
So that's going to get us the mech bay upgrade, which means we'll be able to drop our artillery mechs. With that on the field, in addition to what we already have, I feel a little better about trying to take this mission. So let's do it. We'll up the salvage, we'll accept, and then let's go to Lance 2. Where is the why can I not? Excuse me? Where is my mech Lance 2? Do I drop him here now? Oh, we don't serve your Hollander here. Nice. We don't serve your urban mech here. Again, where's my other... Am I missing something? Somebody in chat help me here. Where is my second mech Lance? Or do I have to do something else to unlock it as well? Let's look. So yeah. Oh, that's why. Dirty dirt. So we opened this up. We didn't actually open up the ability to drop a second Lance. Because as it turns out, I'm an idiot. This is what I need. So yeah. This is more battle armor, and then I think we need a couple more. Yeah, increases mech only slots and increases drop weight. So yeah, we would need to work on these, which we can. Not a big deal.
But we'll get it done.
But it's not going to get us where we want to be very quickly. I mean, I guess technically we've got some spare funds. I think we can fast forward through this.
Ready to go over financials whenever you are.
So we're almost up to 600K a month in terms of expenses. But I really do want to start fielding more mechs. Cats? Stowaways. As you make your rounds through the ship, you hear an unusual sound. Following your ears, you stumble upon an unexpected sight. A ball of kittens has materialized in an empty living pod. Between the shut door, the litter box, and the pile of tuna cans, you expect foul play. You're not particularly fond of your crew hiding things from you. There can only be one way to resolve this. I mean... Am I really going to airlock cats? Now, of course I'm not going to airlock cats. The crew's going to take responsibility. Fine, everyone gets a cat. You give a draconic speech about the values of honesty. If the crew is going to keep them, at least let them be kept in public. Nobody seems to mind the sermon. The cats are well received and quickly find names and homes aboard. Game Master seems elated about Artemis. Artemis is one of the cats, I assume? Yes, one of the cats found roaming the halls. Well, there you go, Game Master. You have yourself a cat named Artemis. The cook. Who's the cook? We don't... Okay, apparently the cook on our ship has a name now. And her name is Florence Clark. The cook in particular seems pleased, and you realize the canned tuna must have come from her stocks. So we gain the ship's cat tag and morale increases. Everybody likes cats. Not to mention, now we can make cat videos and post them on the space internet. Then we won't have to be mercenaries anymore because we'll make millions creating cat videos. Is that a realistic expectation? Alright, so let me make sure that I'm reading this right. So we do the mech drop, increases the company's ability to field additional mechs. Increases mech-only slots to 3, and increases drop weight limit by 50 tons. Am I sure that I am actually spending money on the correct thing? What is the thing that lets us field an additional set of mechs? Because this just opens up more slots in the mech bay, which is not what we need. What is the thing that actually lets us drop additional mechs? So this is mech storage. This is all drop tonnage. I almost want to look this up, as I don't want to waste a bunch more time. But I also want more mechs, damn it. So yeah, this is just more tonnage, more tonnage, more tonnage. So as best I can tell, it's got to be this, right? Because this is just more mech-based stuff to increase the speed, so it has to be this.
Alright, I'll get the team on it right away.
We'll try it. I'm gonna try this one upgrade and see what happens.
That work order's complete, boss.
Alright.
Top-notch work, if I may say so.
Now, I'm sure that the missions have rolled over at this point. Yeah, it's generating new missions, and they're all Turian missions. Alright. So we had Urban Battle, we got Recovery in the Tundra. It's a 1.5 skull, but it's only 250. I mean, we just did a recovery mission. And that's a lot of salvage. Got another, I think this is the same one. So let's see. If we go in here, max out the salvage, go to accept. We don't serve your Hetzer here. Why don't you serve my Hetzer here? Okay, so that did, in fact, open up one more mech slot for us, which is what I was trying to do. And I think... So the Hetzer has a thumper, and the Irby has the howitzer. Now, in terms of potential damage output, I think the howitzer is more dangerous, but I think the Hollander has more survivability. So we'll take the Hollander. And Game Master, we're going to have to take you out of there and put you over here, back in your vehicle. And then we're going to need another pilot for the Hollander. So we will head over to the hiring hall and see who's available. Not that it matters. One of the other settings that I have turned on is to get rid of all run-in pilots, so we're getting randomly generated pilots all around, no matter what we do. So we need somebody who can pilot a mech, and I'd rather somebody with decent gunnery.
How might I help?
So I think it's Hyper. I think Hyper is the one that we go with. She starts with 3 gunnery, and is the only mech pilot with 3 gunnery that we have available currently. So, welcome to the team.
New mech warriors available.
I don't see why not. I don't have a problem with naming the pilots after viewers. So let's see. We go to the barracks. I mean, technically, Game Master didn't ask me to name someone after him. I just kind of did it because he always shows up to the streams. So yeah, I guess you can be the new pilot. You can be Hyper. There you go. So now we've got Stu in. And you are relatively new, but we are putting you in artillery, so we will see how this ends up going. Don't disappoint. Was this one? I think it was this one, right? Alright, go to accept, and we're going up against Magistry here. So we want the artillery Hollander, we'll put Stu in there. Switch back over to the vehicles. Hetzer goes in. Game Master, you're going in the Hetzer. Can I field another vehicle? I can field another vehicle. Guys, we're spending so much money on payroll, I don't want to hire somebody else. Why? But the Galleon is such a good scout. Damn it. Alright. Back to the hiring hall. We got... I'm gonna want somebody with tactics or guts. Okay, so Sparrow's got guts. And he's a vehicle pilot. Absolutely. Scrap the meat, save the metal. I mean, as you can clearly see, we're signing most of these pilots on for less than 30k. I don't think you can buy a mech for less than like 8 or 900k. And those are like the cheapest, crappiest mechs that you can buy. We're talking like primitive commandos and pirate urban mechs. Alright. Yes, we know. We're not gonna get our Hetzer here. I heard you the first time, buddy. Alright. So, once more, we're gonna get it this time. Sparrow goes in the Galleon. We're gonna put Game Master back in his Hetzer, which, by the way, how's your acclimation coming to the Hetzer? I haven't checked. You don't want to tell me? There we go. Tell me your secrets. So yeah, you've now reached 5 missions in the Hetzer, which makes you comfortable. I don't know what Mangaush is, but that doesn't matter. It means, like, as pilots get acclimated to the vehicle, they get little bonuses. It's not a huge bonus, but it's enough to incentivize keeping pilots in the same vehicles or the same mechs for extended periods of time. Okay, so we're going in with, I'm sorry, what? About to say, we're going in with 5 mechs, including one of our new artillery mechs, and we're going in with 4 vehicles. This is going to be the largest force that we have fielded so far in this campaign. Hopefully it was worth the money and the time that we spent to get here. I guess we'll find out shortly. We are taking on a mission that could potentially be dangerous for our Lance in its previous state. My hope is that with an extra vehicle to do some scouting and some extra damage, and the artillery to back us up and lay out that AoE damage, I'm hoping this will help get us over the hump and out of the early game and into the mid game. So cross your fingers. So yeah, as usual, even Darius thinks that the customer's full of crap. But that tends to be the way things go. I mean, after all, in the BattleTech universe, mercenaries are considered expendable tools. And, there's a reason that they don't tell us all the specifics about these missions before they send us in to die. The objective is to deal with all that and come out on top regardless. Sometimes easier, sometimes harder. But again, I'm hoping we're finally starting to crest that hill and get closer to the mid-game. Okay, let me gas fog. Holy crap, you guys. No fog. This is the first mission all day that we haven't had to deal with fog. Although it does look like we've got some kind of volcano activity going on here, but it's still a polar environment. So as long as we avoid this, we shouldn't have to deal with the heat issues. And yeah, we're just destroying Canopian units. I'm sure there will be reinforcements or other units that pop up as we get stuck in. But we're not going to know until we actually start charging in. And there's the enemy contact. What do we got? Unknown mech. So our sensors are not good enough just yet. That's okay. Treb, we're going to keep on the backside. Panther, we'll go ahead and keep you closer to the front. And then our artillery piece, again, we'll keep towards the back. And this is the advantage to that Hollander, is even though it's got an artillery piece, it's going to be a lot faster than the Irby, so we'll be able to reposition and fire much easier with the Hollander. I think if I can go up the hill here with the Scorpion, I think I'm going to try to do it. Because if we can get up the hill and start raining down fire with that Ultra AC-5, that's going to be good all around for everybody. And here's Sparrow with the Galleon, and this is why I love the Galleon, because it's a hover vehicle, so you've got insane mobility. And we're gonna start using this as a scout, as intended. In the early game, we were having to use the Galleon for its firepower because we didn't have a lot of mechs. But now we can finally start to use scout vehicles the way that they should be used. So we're gonna hit some rough terrain, but terrain doesn't matter for vehicles. They don't really have stability. And I might be screwing Karak over here by sending her up on the hill, because they could potentially come up this side and flank. I'm hoping that the majority of the enemies are in this direction, though. So we're taking a little bit of a gamble, but we'll see how it plays out. It's a calculated risk, but unfortunately I'm not very good at math. So I think we're going to put the Galleon up here.
Consider it done.
where the enemy should not have visibility, but will get good sensor range, good sensor coverage over the valley. And our boy is moving a little closer. We are now close enough to know that it's a 30-ton mech. So yeah, at this point, we just start moving in.
Affirmative. What can I do for you?
And we'll have Stu move up here.
You betcha.
And let's take a shot with the artillery if we can. Nah, we can't. I think we're going to have line of sight before we can start chucking artillery at them. That's okay.
Ready for orders.
So, well, just do the usual thing. Continue to sprint forward. And I'm a little bit concerned because we've only run into one enemy so far. I was expecting we would start picking up more than that on sensors, but our sensor range is just outside of where that little base is. So, who knows? Who knows what we're gonna run into?
Waiting for orders.
As usual, we'll run up the Hetzer. We do love those AC-20s after all.
Ready to rock.
Okay. And let's see. This is moving the Treb. Which, again, because we don't have line of sight, I don't think it's going to let me fire missiles at this target. But we might be close enough to sensor lock now. We can. Outstanding. We got ourselves an urban mech, a 71 variant, which I'm not super familiar with. And since that was the end of the turn...
Receiving you.
Alright, we can roll up here. That'll give us our visual.
Running.
Still no other mechs, just the one. And what are we going against? Some streak SRMs and small lasers. Looks like it's mostly an LRM platform, though. Okay, cool. We'll take the shot. 91%. Hit with both shots, doing some good damage on the outset.
Awaiting orders.
So again, I think we're just going to keep Sparrow where he's at. I'm not going to do much with him.
Have orders?
He's mostly just here to scout. If we start getting him in combat, then that's going to end badly for everyone involved. Alright. Who's up next?
Right here.
Panther's up next. No line of sight. I think I'm going to reserve. We'll reserve the Panther until next turn so that we can get some of these Whitworths out of the way. And, yeah, we can definitely charge in with the Whitworths, get some decent evasion built up, and now we are seeing more mechs, finally. And, yeah, we'll just go full alpha at close range. Nice. Very nice. Destroyed the LRM-15 and the Streak SRMs. So this guy's basically got, like, a small laser left, and that's it. So he's not much of a threat anymore. You love to see it. You love to see it.
Waiting for orders.
And we will do the same thing here. However, instead, I might do a jump. Because again, our Whitworths, while not very good, do have jump capability. And I think, you know what? Do we want to keep the Flamer on? I mean, this guy's not much of a threat, so I think I'll just... We'll use the lasers,
10-4.
but I'm not going to waste much ammo on this Irby because he's not really a threat at this point. We've destroyed all but his secondary weapon systems.
They've got a sensor lock on me.
So Ost Scout, again, not going to be a huge threat, but it does have sensor locking, so it's more of an assault mech than anything. So now I should be able to, yeah, that's exactly what I wanted. Now we can run the Panther a little bit farther. And we can actually take some shots.
Here goes everything.
Listen, Ozark. I'm gonna need you to hit targets. Oh no, I'm sorry, that was Brick. Never mind. My bad. That was Brick. No, it was Ozark. I thought so. What was that, a javelin? So again, a lot of light mechs here. Javelin with an LRM-15. Okay, not the end of the world.
I await your command.
So once again, kind of surprised by the lack of really big targets that they're throwing at us in spite of the difficulty curve. Which I say that, and then it's like, oh, this is all light mechs and light vehicles, let's go ahead and stick it out. And then I get into the next mission, and it's like, oh, they have 55-ton mechs. Oh no, let's retreat before we fire a single shot. So, you know, it's like, I'm kind of living that, I'm living that gangsta life, I guess.
Good to go.
But, yeah, we'll go ahead and get Steel up here, and let's see what we can do with artillery. We got 77% chance on that guy. Only 30 or so % chance on the other guys. Is it worth spending one of our 8 ammo on this urban mech? Yeah, screw it. And that put him in a stressed condition, which is good. We might be close to getting this guy to panic. Although I guess to be fair, it's thumper artillery, so we don't necessarily need to be accurate with it.
I'm showing minor damage.
What are your orders, Skipper?
Okay, bring up the APC. Don't have shots at anything. I was hoping we could get a tag on somebody, but we'll just have to settle for sensor lock instead. And I think of the targets that we have, I want to get rid of the Oct Scout.
I've got a sensor lock.
Because I don't like that he's going to be giving his allies accuracy buffs across the board. So the sooner we can get rid of him, the sooner we can get rid of those buffs. Oh my. Alright, somebody's rolling some autocannons and a large laser. What is that? 50-ton mech. So that's going to be another 50-ton. Okay, so we got 2 larger boys out here in the back. Not sure what they are, but they're definitely packing some heat. So we'll have to be careful as we move up. Make sure to keep our artillery and our support mechs out of range. So we did just do the sensor on the Oct Scout, so I'm going to go ahead and sling some LRMs at him. Do a little bit of damage. Again, the Oct Scout is a light and lightly armored mech, so it should be pretty easy to take him out. We just need to focus some fire on him. Yeah, it looks like they've got their fair share as well. Good lord.
Damage minimal. Hot damn.
So we're narked. Narc is sort of like tag. It's just a different... It's a different method of giving your allies accuracy buffs. I could take shots at the Irby. I think we're going to take shots at the Oct Scout instead because, again, the urban mech is not really a threat at this point. So we have exposed the structure, and we've done an engine crit, which means that the structure we probably exposed... There's an LBX, which is effectively a giant shotgun. But we have probably exposed the center torso. Let's see. I shouldn't do this, but I'm going to do it anyway because I want line of sight. Let's take a shot. And I really hope... Wow. Beautiful. Beautiful. This is Sparrow's first mission, the first shot he's ever taken, and gets an engine crit. I mean... Yeah, with a galleon, of all things. A single, regular, medium laser on a galleon 100. So, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not a great vehicle, but every once in a while you get those lucky shots. And that was probably the luckiest of shots for that guy. And the question is, I think we don't have jump jets on this thing, which I really should put some more jump jets on this Panther. But in the meantime, I think we're going to continue to maintain the high ground, and we will use the PPC and MRMs, or MMLs, to our advantage. I think that's the only shot we've got. So let's take it. Not great chances, but I'll take it. And look at that! Structure exposed on the first shot. Guess what is that? I can't It's not going to tell me, but is this one of our 55 tonners or is that a Hollander? Nah, it's a Hollander. What the hell Hollander is that? Oh, okay. Well, we might need to take that guy out because that's an AC-10.
Waiting for orders.
That could be a bit of a problem.
Coordinates
Let's
received.
get the Hollander up here, and... Okay, so we've got another mech back here, but that's a 30-tonner, so probably not as much of a threat as these two 50s. Still not sure what those 50s are, though. But let's take the thumper shot at the Hollander, see if we can at least do some damage.
This should be good.
And you royally missed the target on that one. But I think that might have just... It didn't destroy the javelin, but it did some damage to it.
Commander.
I shouldn't ignore the enemy right next to me, but again, this urban mech is not really a threat. So we're now seeing a Raven. That's this little 30-tonner over here. And it looks like we got... Oh, a rifleman. Okay, so for a 50-ton mech, a rifleman is actually very, very good. Honestly, the reason I'm into BattleTech, Miguel, is because I was playing the... My dad introduced me to BattleTech, the tabletop game, when I was a kid, back in the 90s. And I've loved the franchise ever since. So, for me, it was just a natural fit to pick up this version of the game when it was released. I was very, very excited when it was first announced. I was a little disappointed with the vanilla version of the game when it first launched, but it was okay. It was definitely the closest to tabletop BattleTech that we had gotten in a very, very long time. And then once the big mod packs like Rogue Tech and BTA started to come out, that was when I started to put a lot of hours in the game. Because at that point, it was finally dialing the game in a little more to what I expected from the tabletop version. So here, we're going to ditch the flamer to reduce heat, and I'm going to take some shots. See what we can do to this Hollander. We did expose the structure, which is good. Yeah, no, for sure. The mod packs are, both of them. I know that at least initially BTA and Rogue Tech shared some developers. I don't know if that's still the case now, but you could tell that both of the big mod packs are definitely coming from fans of the franchise and fans of the universe. Like, they definitely love BattleTech. And that's part of what drew me to them, is just the fact that, like, they clearly love the source material. And they want to do justice to it and do right by it. Yeah, Miguel, I've said this before in other streams, but just to very quickly summarize, that the major complaints that I have with Rogue Tech are that it goes a little too deep and a little too far. That's what she said. In terms of trying to add stuff to the game. To the point where it becomes a little too opaque for me. There's too many vehicles, too many mechs, too many variants, too many weapon systems. It just... Yes, it adds a lot, and if you're a BattleTech fan, especially a long-time BattleTech fan, it's gonna, like, chances are, whatever your favorite thing is, it's probably in Rogue Tech. But the problem is, because it lacks focus,
Ready for orders.
it's not terribly well optimized. And so my big complaint with Rogue Tech is that it doesn't feel like it knows what it wants to do. Like, it wants to do everything, and as a result, ends up being not great at everything.
Hey.
And there's the classic AC-20 right up the tailpipe to take the urban mech off the field. And don't get me wrong, if you like Rogue Tech, by all means, go for it. I'm not ragging on either of the big mod packs, but of the two, BTA is more my speed. Rogue Tech is just a little too much of everything, everywhere, all at once. And as a direct result of that, you end up with some systems that have been implemented but not fully fleshed out, and some that just plain don't work as intended. So, you know, it's...
I'm there.
I love the enthusiasm of the Rogue Tech team. I love that they want to include absolutely everything that has ever been done in BattleTech. but I think they could stand to narrow their scope a little bit. But, you know, ultimately it's their project and they're doing all the work, so whatever they want to do, more power to them.
Light damage.
And the thing is, I mean, well, we've got one of our pilots panicking here because they've been getting shot to shit.
Commander.
But at the end of the day, Rogue Tech is definitely the more popular of the major mod packs. So I think those kind of results speak for themselves. Clearly a lot of people like Rogue Tech. You know what? We'll go Battlelord. I'm going to see if we can get lucky and take this Hollander off the field in one volley. It is going to increase our heat, but we're in a polar environment, so I'm hoping the risk is minimal. And we did get we got the good roll on the streaks. Unfortunately, we didn't get the kill. But we did crit the engine, so that's going to help. Unfortunately, we need to get this Whitworth, well, we need to get the commander out of here, like, right now, because I am starting to panic. I'm not actually starting to panic, but my character in the game is starting to panic. Yeah, I'm probably going to jump the Whitworth as far back as I can once their turn rolls around. Because this is going to be a little bit of a challenging mission, and I really don't want my commander punching out because they got freaked out. That's going to be bad for everybody. I think the commander's going to be up next phase. I'm not 100% sure.
Reporting.
So Sparrow, with his laser, you know, he already did a miracle for us once. I'm not against giving him the opportunity to try again. So the Javelin already has its center torso exposed. The Hollander also has its center torso exposed. I guess we'll take the 71% chance. Dang it. Alright, who's up next? So we got Ozark and the Panther. Which again, we're not... Wait, why can I was about to say, why can I not move? So we do need a little bit of evasion. I don't want our Panther getting turned to Swiss cheese like the Hollander. And I really want to start focusing down this Rifleman, but I'd rather get the light mechs off the field first. Time will tell whether that's a good decision tactically. But I'm a huge proponent of getting as many mechs off the field as possible. So yeah, the Jav isn't really a threat now that I'm looking at it. Because yeah, we destroyed the LRMs, so it can't do much. Or we didn't destroy it, but I think he ran out of ammo. Okay, so we could potentially put artillery on the... Got the Jav on the Hollander. We might get some collateral on the Jav as well, just to get it off the field. Get a Centurion in the back. This is the... Okay, so this is not as dangerous. His main weapon system is going to be a large laser and an LRM-10. I'm glad it's not the AC-10 version of the Centurion, because that's what I was afraid of.
Good to go.
So, because of the opportunity to get a 2-for-1, I think we put the Thumper and the Hollander, and maybe we get lucky and kill both.
Firing every... Come on, Tech Warriors. It's go time.
Did we actually kill both?
You had the chance.
So we got the engine crit on the Hollander and destroyed it. Now, we did not get the Javelin, but we did some damage to it. Alright, now, first things first. Let's get the commander out of here before they get taken the F out. I guess this is the way to break the most lines of sight. And we get a free shot. So I'll just, I'm not going to waste any ammo, but I'll shoot some lasers at the Jav. Didn't really hit anything. That's okay. And now we wait. Oh no, you will find, Miguel, that I'm not much of a defensive player. I tend to be much more aggressive. If I can shoot at something, I'm gonna shoot at it. Even if that's not the smart money, that's still the thing I'm gonna do. If I've got ammo in the tubes, we're shooting at something.
I'm here.
That's just how I do things. Again, maybe not the most tactically sound decision, but I can't help who and what I am.
Position.
So let's see what we can do against the Raven. Can't do anything against the Raven. Very low chances to hit. I need a hero.
Affirmative.
Dang it. Dang it!
Gonna need a calibration on my targeting system.
Oh, does it? Okay, well then I might need to rethink my strategy. I did not know that.
Standing by.
Alright, let's see. Alright. So we got a little bit of elevation no matter where we are.
Rolling.
But I think hitting this Raven is going to be a pretty difficult prospect in general. I still want to get off the field down if we can.
Target locked.
I mean, it's an easy mech to destroy if you can hit it, but the hitting it part is the difficult part. So yeah, Hetzer is taking some shots, but thankfully it's a tanky boy. Hetzer can take some hits. I'm sorry? Stop it. Stop it.
Confirmed.
Sometimes the UI does that. You try to click on one person and it just...
Quick step.
It's like, nope, 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 and just keeps, you know, trying to do the high five too slow thing. So let's get the tag. Try to get the tag on the Raven. Didn't hit, though. Yeah, I was hoping to get the tag on the Raven and increase our accuracy, our potential to actually hit the damn thing, but then we couldn't even hit it with the tag.
That one tagged me good.
Oh, that's an 8Z Panther. Okay, so I think that answers the question of the other light mech that we had back here. Oh, no, that's us. Ours is the 8Z Panther. I knew that.
Standing by.
I definitely knew that and wasn't just misreading the situation. So do we take the shots at the heavies or do we take the shot at the Raven? I don't think there's a point in taking a shot at the Raven. I think we start putting some hurt down range on these larger boys. So we know the Centurion is packing a large laser and some LRMs. What's the Rifleman got? Just light rifles? I mean, they could still be dangerous. Yeah, I think we take the Rifleman first. Those light rifles could be bad news if we don't do something about it early. We'll turn off the lasers, let those cool down. We don't have a very high chance to hit with them anyway.
Let's hit him hard. Standing
And we got our Scorpion still sitting up here. We still got good shots on everybody, so I think rather than move for evasion, we are just gonna stand and deliver. So let's take our 78% chance. 2 hits. Outstanding. Outstanding. And he's on uneven terrain. I was hoping we would do more stability damage with that, but based on weight class, the Rifleman probably isn't gonna take much instability. I think we stand and deliver again. I can use the Galleon to shoot at this guy. I mean, I know I should be moving him, but at the same time, if they're not shooting at him, I'm gonna try and use them to shoot things. I say that, and then he's gonna get one-shotted by somebody, because that's usually the way these things go. Wow. The balls on this Javelin pilot. I mean, that's definitely not the move that I would have made, but
Commander,
clearly he was feeling it in his scrape.
what can I do for you?
Alright. I think, again, We take our shot with the artillery, see what our best chances to hit are. Centurion's the best chance to hit. Although with artillery, we could get lucky and get a shot on this Raven. Still got 5 ammo. I think we take the shot at the Raven. You might...
Alpha strike.
Yeah, we did get some AoE damage on it, which is better than nothing. Enemies? Okay, there we go. They had to think about it for a second. And you know what? I'm thinking that Centurion... Wait, is it the Centurion? No. It's the frickin' Raven. I was about to say, whatever is hitting us with that narc, I think we really need to do something about it.
I'm on my way.
Because that's getting on my nerves. And we got good chances to hit on the Raven. I say we take it. 90% chances.
Lock in target.
Nice, nice. Yeah, I mean, me personally, I like to get into melee, but
Waiting for orders.
our mechs have sort of been not great in that regard, at least in the early game. So let's see, we are still panicked. I think we just kind of hang back for a turn. Might be worth it to take a shot at this Jav since he fell down. We got good chances to hit. Even throw on the Flamer, the SRMs. Just go full alpha. That way we've got some chance to hit.
Copy that. Hell yeah.
There we go. Hopefully, yeah, with the inspiration, my hope is that that'll help get rid of that panic status. Right, yeah, exactly. That's why everybody loves Ravens, because if you have one, you're going to annoy the crap out of the enemy. And it is very, very good at that. It's about the only thing it does well, but it is very good at it. No, I want you in the trees for cover. Thank you. There you go. Had to find the magic pixel. So we could take a shot at the Raven. Or could we? We could take a shot at the Rifleman. We could take a shot at the Centurion. I mean, it's about equal chances all around. Although we do have... I mean... Is the Raven in woods or in rubble? I think that counts as rubble. I was going to use the Flamer on the Raven and try to set the woods on fire, but... if they're on rubble, then I think... I mean, really, though... it's literally the exact same chances to hit on both. Do I have... what do I have? I was hoping I'd have an ability that I can use to potentially up the chances, but we don't. So, throw on the flame or hit the Raven.
Alpha strike. Neck warrior.
Nice.
Show
Engine
what you
crit.
got. That's a kill.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Sundance coming in the clutch. You love to see it.
I live to serve.
And now, as usual, we got our man's Game Master here with his AC-20 Hetzer, which we are going to charge directly at the enemy and shoot. Because that's what you do with an AC-20. Take the shot.
Now let's see how
You
handle
missed.
this.
You missed with a 60% chance. You missed. But that's okay. With the narcs off the field, we should hopefully stop taking so many hits from the enemy. Because that little accuracy bonus that it was giving them was really causing us some issues.
Accuracy through volume of fire.
I agree. Accuracy through volume of fire. Well, you know, it's funny you should mention that, Miguel, because we tried shooting at the Raven, and even though we did take it down, we actually hit the Rifleman behind him with about half of the stuff we shot at him. Because that's usually how it goes. Alright, the Trib. Let's get you up on the high ground. And since we've already been focusing down the Riflemen, we're going to continue to do that. Get good chances on the streaks. And it looks like we did get the dice roll on the streaks, which is good.
Let's get this done, folks.
He's also unsteady. Oh yeah, no, especially with this Hetzer, if the last couple of missions, I don't know if you were here for them, but the last couple of missions, we managed to get some really good high ground and put that Hetzer up there, and we were just cleaning house with it. It's been beautiful.
Commander?
Let's see, you can see from where you are, so I think we just continue to stand and deliver. 99% chance to hit.
Go.
Good stuff, good stuff. Expose the structure, probably on either the torso or the arm. So if we continue to pour in the damage. And now, do I run the galleon down the hill just to be a harasser? I think we do. I think we do. But yeah, if we can take off one of those arms on the rifleman, then that's going to be ideal. So, Panther... So we got Panther, we got Stu coming up with his artillery, and then we still got the Treb. And I think that's it. So I think... Let's see what our accuracy is like. Oh man, I was gonna use Ozark to do a sensor lock, but at 99% chance to hit with both the PPC and the MLM, that's hard to pass up. I think we gotta take that shot. Destroy the heat sink.
That was a critical hit.
Not a huge get in an Arctic environment.
I hear ya.
We'll just continue to fire away with Stu here. Got 80% chance to hit. Let's take it.
Let's get fired.
Nice.
There's work to do.
There goes the arm. And that takes down... Oh my. Got a knockdown on it as well. And pilot's incapacitated. Nice. That was like best case scenario. So not only have we taken the rifleman off the field, we've also got really good chances at salvaging those parts as well. I think, because we're doing a 4-parter, so I think that's going to be 3 parts that we'll get from it because we did destroy the arm. So yeah, get shooting, Stu. That was best case scenario. Hopefully we can get very, very close to salvaging that rifleman. And we are no longer panicked, we're only stressed, so I think now is the time to sneak out of cover
Roger.
and start taking some shots. Unfortunately, don't have much in the way of a shot, so we'll go ahead and brace. I know I said I don't brace, but all we can do is hit them with missiles, and we're going to miss with most of them. So since this Centurion is primarily a ranged variant, I think we're going to get in close and put some pressure on him. The majority of his damage is coming from a large laser and some LRMs, so if we can get in close, we're going to be inside of his effective range on most of his weapons. Let's get you into the cover of the forest. 85% chance. Absolutely take the shot.
Firing all weapons.
And we got a hit. Huge stability damage. Exposed structure. Good stuff, Game Master. Good stuff.
Barely hit, Commander.
I think we did. No, we didn't. Okay, I thought we might have got some structure exposed on that one. Glad that we did not. So we'll do the same thing here. I mean, you've got a decent shot at him from here, don't you?
Confirmed.
Like, I don't even have to move? Yeah, alright, screw it. Put the tag on him. So I'll improve the accuracy for artillery, which I absolutely intend to start using.
Yes, Commander.
Brick with the Treb. We'll do the Battle Lord here, and I'm gonna throw absolutely everything at this guy. Overheat chance. I don't think we risk it. I don't want those ammo bins blowing up. So there we go. Got the streaks roll.
Reporting critical hit. Give him everything you've got.
I know that it doesn't have a minimum range, but if I recall, the closer you get, the less accurate the large laser becomes, correct? I could be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure that's how it works.
Copy that.
Awaiting orders.
Let's see. Are you even going to be able to hit anybody now? I mean, I guess we could run up here. Probably not the smartest idea, but I'm not a smart person.
Certainly.
That's the old cornhole. Drive right up to him and unload the full alpha. Again, at this point, I'm not even going to bother getting any evasion pips. We're just going to stand and deliver. What is this? I forget. I know we looked at it before, but what is this Irby? That's our LBX Irby. Okay, so he could be a threat. But we're also doing some damage on the Centurion, so I think we just finished that off.
Firing at him.
Or try to, at least.
Say we take
There we go. LRM explosion, engine destroyed, torso destroyed, arm destroyed. Guns off the field, baby. That's what you love to see.
Waiting on you, Commander.
So let's go ahead and chuck some artillery at this Irby.
Yes, Commander. Acknowledged.
And yeah, we'll just continue to close in.
Taking the shot.
Full alphas where we can get away with it. I know we probably shouldn't be closing distance with an LBX-10. But at the same time, the closer we get, the more likely it is. Actually, you know what? It might be K-Kona time. It's K-Kona time. We're gonna charge. Again, not a great idea to close distance with an OBX-10,
Targeting for physical attack.
but what kind of redneck would I be if I didn't?
They will be done.
And where does the sister need to go to get a shot at an urban mech? Oh, well, I mean, if you're gonna let me get right next to him.
On the move. Full speed. Bon appetit.
Did you miss?
What the what?
My thoughts exactly. You just missed at that range with an 85% chance to hit. My goodness. My goodness. Is the LBX jammed or broken? That's a good question. I might be jammed or it might just be out of ammo. Although I only ever remember him shooting at us like one time. So I don't think it's out. I shouldn't be out of ammo.
Skipper.
But it's whatever.
I'm rolling.
Take the shot.
10-4.
And you shot our guy in the back. Come on. Whiplash, you're killing me.
Awaiting orders.
Trib. Give him the old missile volley. Please don't shoot our people in the back if you can avoid it. That would be good. There we go! Got the engine crit and the engine destruction. 4 salvageable parts. Nice. Nice. Yeah, I don't know what was going on with that LBX. Like, I don't know if it critted itself and just wasn't working properly or what, but, like, he only ever fired it one time. The entire mission. I only saw that Irby fire that LBX once. And the one time he fired it, he was way off in the fog of war where we couldn't even see where it was coming from. So I'm not sure what happened there, but I'm not going to look a gift horse in the mouth. Because going up against an LBX-10 could have gone a whole lot worse for us than it did. Well, thankfully, one of the missile racks on that Treb is also a streak SRM, so that helps reduce friendly fire as well. But yeah, so additional objectives, so we got a little extra money. Let's see what we've got in terms of salvage. So, of course, lots and lots of mech salvage, as expected. But I'm mostly interested in the equipment. Let's see what we have, if there's anything worth picking up. It does not look like there is. So, I would love to get our hands on the Centurion, but we did so much damage to it, there's only one salvageable part. So I think we focus on rifleman parts and hope we get the roll on the last one. And then that'll put us one part away from salvaging a rifleman. A Raven is waiting for me. I've been thinking about it, but I want to get us into some heavier tonnages first. Just because our ability to hit hard is dependent on Whitworths, and that's a bad thing to have the entire effectiveness, combat effectiveness of your company hinging on. And I have been trying to replace these godforsaken Whitworths since the beginning of the campaign, because those are the two of the random mechs that it saddled us with at the very beginning. So let's see, we got some urban mech parts, we got some case, we got a narc launcher, but no ammo for it. Got some Pharaoh, but we're not really at a point where I need Pharaoh right now. So I think we can keep everything. Nah, I'll sell the light rifle. We don't really need that. I think everything else is worth keeping, for now, at least. Yeah, this particular version of the rifleman, I think, was using large lasers of all things, which I thought was kind of strange, but I would like to have a rifleman just in general to get us out of the early game scrounging by with leftovers part. As I was saying before, and you may not have been here for it, but that's like right now I am trying as hard as I can to get like over the crest, to crest that hill and get us out of the early game and start to get us into the mid game where we've got some more tactical options.